Hi again. Okay, so the next fancy fold, using the Festive and Fun and those lovely bright papers. I've got mine already cut. You've got a cutting list, so that's easy. Let me get all my little bits out and I'll show you the cards that we're going to make, or you can make. You can either have it landscape or portrait, and this one, let me show you how it works. I've used ribbon on this. You don't really need to, as you can see it's pretty flat. Once you've made it, if you weight it, put a pile of stamps or weight it under some books, it will actually stay pretty flat. Okay, you've got these triangles that are folded back. If you pull it, wow, so it starts off portrait and ends up landscape. Now this card I've actually made with the one horse open sleigh papers. I'll do it again, and it twists, so we've got a trifold card and it twists as you open it, so I'm calling this a trifold twisted card. Okay, other people have made similar cards and they've all given them slightly different names, so you know, I'm confused. But anyway, it's a trifold and it's twisted, so there we go. Same papers, different sentiment. This time it starts off landscape and ends up portrait. I like that too. It's just, I think if you are going to display the card anywhere, with the with the portrait one, you can either put it standing up and it works, or if you open it and you want to display it, that works too. So I think that one works better. So today I'm going to make it in this orientation. Okay, so we're going to start with our base. So this time I've chosen Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, you need one sheet of A4 and cut it down so they go side by side. So that's your whole sheet. A little bit I've wasted at the end, and you need to cut it to, let me get the right size, 10 1/4. Okay, so 10 1/4, and you're going to score at 5 1/2. So score 1, 5 1/2, score the other one 5 1/2, and then we are going to stick them together, but not just yet, and they're going to go like that, one on top of the other, to make a trifold. Okay, now we've got a little bit more scoring to do. Because it's half a sheet of A4, it's 4 1/8 wide, okay, which is 10.5 centimeters. So what we're going to do is we need an area this from the end, which is 4 1/8. So we are going to measure from this fold. I think I did it from this end, 4 1/8, and put a pencil mark. Okay, 4 1/8, and then you're going to put this one back in your trimmer. You're going to put it in diagonally. Here's my trimmer. There's my pencil mark. Make sure that the corner is in the track, the pencil mark is in the track. And because we've got points, we always start in the middle. Don't start at the end because it crumples up the corner sometimes. And just fold. Just score rather. So you're going to do that on both halves. Okay, so we've got a valley fold there and a mountain on the triangle. Now it's very important when you come to fold, however careful you are, or you think you are, sometimes we're not too accurate. So when you go to fold, you need to check, put the point exactly on the edge of your card, and then push the fold across. That will ensure that you have a proper square and a diagonal. So you can do that one way, and I like to lay them on top of each other. It doesn't matter which one goes on top. So the other one with the short side, you're going to measure over 4 1/8, pencil mark. Okay, so one you measure from the bottom, the other one you measure from the top, and you're going to score it into the opposite corner. And then you have a valley and a mountain, and again match the corner with the end, and then score pushing across to make sure that your fold is exact. Okay, then when you've done that, before you stick down, line them up, make sure that they're right. So what you want to do is to get the two folds as close together as you can, and then mine are pretty good, they're not too bad at all. Okay, I'm just going to trim that because it looks a bit messy. Okay, now we can stick one on top of the other. If for any reason you had a little gap there like this, then you need to just slightly take off the top edge, just a fraction, to make sure that they meet. If they're too close, then just move them apart a little bit. So for that reason, I'm going to use wet glue. So I've got my Tombow here. Just get it down. A precision tip. Don't need too much. And I'm trying not to go too far near the edges so that it doesn't all squelch out. So I'm going to line up the bottom, line up the top. You've got a little bit of wiggle room, so make sure they're all nice. Fold them across. Oops. And just wiggle that a little bit. Just pull that apart a fraction. You don't get long to wiggle. That's better. Okay. And then we're going to press down. Right, so there's our card. Starts off this way, pull it apart, and ends up that way. You just need to be very accurate when you measure. Okay, so now we're going to sort out our designer series paper. Now I decided that I like this really bold stripy paper. And I thought, well, which way do I need it? Do I want it to be cut in the same direction as the diagonal or in the opposite? It's entirely up to you. It really doesn't matter at all. Okay, I'm going to do it the opposite direction just because I can, for no other reason than I can. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my trimmer. Okay, I need to go from the top to the bottom. So point at the top, point at the bottom. If I didn't tell you, this is 4 inches by 4 inches. So point and point, just like we scored, scoring blade. We're going to start in the middle. I've moved that now. So I'm just going to realign that to make sure that both ends are in the track. Yes, they are. Start in the middle, go down and then up. Okay, so no scratched up corners. Great. Pop that out the way. Okay, just double check. There we go, that one looks really good. Double check this one. Obviously, if it didn't look too good, you've got time, you could just have a little adjust. You could trim one edge, make sure that they line up. Okay. I think that looks fine. So we're going to just pop some glue on the back now. And normally when you cut a diagonal, you make it smaller than 1/8 of an inch. but I want them to go actually right along this edge. Okay. Whoa. Need to move that a fraction. There we go. Okay. Then the next thing we need are some strips of the same paper, but this time I'm going to use the back. So the back of these lovely diagonal stripes, you can see it's come off one end somewhere, has got the lovely stars. So I'm going to put the whole star on the outside. So there we are. I've actually made a little point there. That works a lot better. It's much easier to feed through. If you didn't want that, if you wanted to put some ribbon on, what I would suggest you do is to sandwich it between these two layers at the back, because it gives it a neater finish. So I've just pulled out 2 packets of bling. This is the Faceted Gems Trio pack, which I could use. Maybe the white ones would look nice. All these lovely pale blue pool party colour. But I'm going to choose just the new in colour dots, because I think these yellow ones look really nice. I think any of them would go well, but I like the yellow ones. Okay, so there we are. There's my card. Opens up, and there he is. There's that cute little animal on the front, all done. just weight it down overnight. I've got some acrylic blocks on here for stamping blocks. By tomorrow that'll all be perfectly flat. Okay, so thanks for watching this one. I'll be back soon with another fancy fold. Bye.